It is a full 5-alarm fire in Chicago as Caleb Williams and the Bears just get dog walked by the Detroit Lions. Turns out the Lions are probably good. Maybe the Packers are just elite and were more prepared for that game because the Lions put it on Chicago today. I made a video last week after the Vikings-Bears game talking about the issues with Caleb Williams, and I just want to reiterate some of them because I really do think it's time we be honest. He's just not the guy. He's not going to magically flip a switch. We've seen enough. He throws with no anticipation. He does not go through his reads. He does not play NFL quarterback. This was the big concern for him coming out of college. You can go back and look on this channel where we talked about it. Was he going to be able to stand in the pocket and run a pro offense? Because in college, it was always my first read and then look to run and make a play. There were plenty of times in college where he had guys open, even, college open, and he wouldn't throw the football. He decided to take off and run, make a play. And because he was the best athlete on the field most of the time, it looked amazing and it looks fantastic. But that just doesn't win games at the NFL level. That's something great to have in your back pocket when the pocket breaks down, when the play breaks down, and you need to make something out of nothing. But over and over again, there are plays to be had for Chicago. It's not like no one's ever open. He's just not reading it. Go watch the tape. There are guys open. He's not trusting himself to cut it into tight windows. He's not going through his progressions properly and letting it go. He's looking to make plays with his legs. And when he does that, he's not looking to throw. He's looking to take off. And he's not the best athlete on the field anymore. That all is an issue by itself. That's especially an issue when you consider that his head coach is Ben Johnson. And that's just not the way a Ben Johnson offense is going to work. Ben Johnson wants to run the football, build big plays off of play action, run a pro-style offense where you're building off of the run game and your quarterback is delivering dimes and completions and getting in a rhythm and getting the defense on their back foot. That's never going to happen with Caleb Williams. It's not happening. That's not who he is. What kind of leash does Ben Johnson give Caleb Williams here? How does the infighting in that organization goes? Because you're like, oh, well, you can't go to a backup. There's no one better. Obviously, Caleb Williams is the best in the building, but is he the best at running Ben Johnson's scheme? Because we've seen enough of a sample size to know that Caleb Williams is not the pro quarterback you expect him to be. It really just seems like this is the typical Chicago Bears experience. Even when, something will happen, you'll have hope, you'll get the number 1 overall quarterback, and then, but the coach was terrible, which he was, Eberflus was terrible. And then we'll go get Wonder Boy. We'll get the hottest coach on the market, but they just don't gel. And it makes you wonder why Ben Johnson thought this was a good fit. It's a poorly run organization. Caleb Williams is not the franchise guy. And don't come and say, I'm overreacting or it's too soon. We've seen it. Nothing's changed. And with Ben Johnson, nothing's changed. He's talked about the training camp, and well, he hasn't talked about it, but that article came out talking about all the issues he's had in training camp, how spoiled he acted, the way he doesn't want to, act like an NFL quarterback. That all bleeds over onto the field, and it has become abundantly clear to me that Caleb Williams is one of those, and we see it all the time. He's a backyard college player that gets drafted because of his athleticism, because of his wild plays in college, but he cannot play the quarterback position at a high level. Where does Chicago go from here? Who knows? It's not something you rectify immediately. They just seem to always make the wrong decision. Obviously, you wish you would have drafted Jaden Daniels, and then Ben Johnson takes the job, but things aren't going right, and he's not going to gel with Caleb Williams. So panic meter is off the chart in Chicago. I don't think this season's going to get any better. I think it's going to be a long, long season for them.